Bienvenue, benvenuti, and welcome to Expatriotical, the podcast for expats, travelers, and other adventurous souls. I'm Chandra, and after living as an expat with my husband and 4 children in 2 different countries for 6 years, I've learned the arts of pivoting during pitfalls, traveling tastefully for less, and soaking in amazing new cultures without losing your own. Join me as we dive into the joys and challenges of travel and the expat life in every episode. Hey everyone, so as promised, this is the bonus episode of my interview with my friend Heather Dawes. Like seriously, you guys, every last drop of this chat was so good and I didn't want it to go to waste. So listen in as we talk about building community, starting initiatives, and taking the good stuff back home with you at the end of your expat journey. One of the best bus rides I have ever taken, and the longest by far, was in Scotland, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, we did a tour of the locks, and it was really, really amazing. And we met an amazing young lady that helped us with our 4 children as we were sitting in different spots. And
really?
Yeah, so it was really great. So that's random. That doesn't really necessarily have to be in here. But anyway, also I have to say, just as a final thing, when we talk about building community, we're like, get in there and build your community. And that is very intimidating. But you and Dan have been so excellent at doing this here in Paris. Like just with, you are the reason why I go on the tours with Xenia. Thank you so much. And then Dan does soccer, and now there's, that same group of parents is doing basketball now. And it was just these initiatives of like, we should do this. We should do, you know what I'm saying? We should, and
Zumba.
Zumba, there's the dancing. Sorry, when I say soccer, I meant kids, but there's also the dads footy.
Yeah.
And so it's just, it's kind of, again, like those ideas. And if it's in there, like maybe step out and do it, step out and try it. And if it doesn't work out, that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, everything that we've thought about, Dan was like, I want to play football with friends. Yeah. I need a night where I'm going to go and play football. And he hadn't been doing that in Scotland.
Really?
Yeah, there was no Wednesday night football dads in Scotland. This is something that he was like, I need this. We got through COVID. I need some full on, I need to be social. And all I'm doing is working here in Paris. Like I need some of that friend guy time.
Yeah.
That's fair enough to say.
Yeah.
So he made his way into the school. And then I was in Xenia's tour group with another school.
That's right.
And, I was just there and I was like, you know what? Again, this idea, I was like, I'm going to ask Xenia if maybe she has some free time because she's
so busy.
Super busy. I mean, probably the most favorite tour guide of Paris. I mean, everyone loves her.
Yeah.
And I was like, hi, Xenia, I'm Heather. I'm always in the back of the group, just in awe of just walking downtown. There was such, I don't know, it's just amazing. And then she was like, hi, yeah, okay, well, I have only 5 days this year that are free. And I was like, I think I could get a group of moms together from the school. I knew nobody. I knew 3 people. I was still this was back in the day where I really didn't have
you were
a
pretty
lot.
New then,
yeah, I was new because
okay.
Lewis was new.
Yeah.
To school, and so I remember. I think I was invited to a birthday party, and birthday all mom. We're all hanging around in the kitchen. I was like, hey, to someone I did not know, and I was like, if I start a tour group, do you want to join? And she was like, yes. and then I was like, oh, okay. That was you didn't even ask for details. And then the person beside her was like, yes, me too. I had 5 people already signed up, and they were like, here's my number. Let me know when it begins. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay. And I asked Daniela, like, would you help me do this? Because she was the one who invited me into that tour
The other group. Yeah. Okay.
And I was like, I'm going to need help. I don't know how to organize anything. I've never done any admin in my life. Oh my gosh. What do I have to do? And within 18 hours,
Wow.
we had 22 women. And Xenia said, that's it. That's the max.
Wow.
Yeah.
See.
So there was an idea
and a need.
Yeah. And so again, like for other people out there, if you're thinking about starting a quilting group, there are people who are just dying to go to a quilt shop with you.
Yes.
So that was, and that just showed Dan and I like, hey, what else could we do?
Yeah.
Because this school is super cool.
Yeah.
Their doors are
very open. Very open.
Yeah. And they rely on the community to build the community. Yeah. It's a self-fulfilling
thing,
prophecy or whatever. I mean, you know, what you give is what you get. And then what else happened? Yeah, I think, and then the Saturday morning soccer, that was a big thing because there was no coaching yet for children under 10. Yeah. But at other schools, like, you know, for us back home,
they're already doing
like the cousins are already, you know, in big weekend tournaments. And so Dan was like, no. And I mean, I think within hours, 7 dads had signed up. Yep, I'll volunteer to coach. I'll volunteer my Saturday morning so this happens for my kids. Yeah. And I think they had 28 kids.
It was amazing. It really made a difference for Carson. Like he had not been interested in Italy, and it made a big difference, I think. So
it's really amazing. And for the community, I mean, you know, and all of the school barbecues, I mean, and I, you know, maybe like a 5-minute chat with Dan would be useful because like there's a side of that where there's a really, when they do their final sort of year end, they do like awards, like Dan has awards for all the guys, like MVP or most improved, or, you know, all these funny, kind of like fun.
And this is for the dad footy?
Yeah, for the dad footy. I love it. And some guys who have moved were quite, you know, emotional. Oh. And I would say like they have admitted, like, not admitted, they have expressed or shared that their experience as an expat here and seeing what just a social group, how that can change their time and their day-to-day life, how much of an impact that has. And they were going home. They weren't moving on to a different country. Really? They were moving home and saying, we are taking that back with us, and we will be more involved with our school at home because of how we see the importance of the community.
Yeah, I love it.
So it's kind of
I love cool the trickle down effect of that. You know what I'm saying? Like it starts here and then it just grows and just really hopefully infiltrates all over the world, these different cities of like, I mean, that's really big, but of the sewing into a community makes a big difference. It really makes a big difference in your own life as well. So anyway, well, we went off on a tangent, but it was a really good one.
I knew we would.
Chandra. I couldn't help myself. I just wanted to get those props in there. This may be like a 3-part interview. We'll see. But Heather, thank you so much. This was such a joy. I really appreciate it. There were so many twists and turns and in the conversation that and unexpected things where I didn't even know about things. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks for letting me share.
My pleasure. I hope that you all enjoyed the conclusion of my conversation with my friend and veteran expat, Heather Dawes. For this episode, since it is a bonus episode, there won't be a Shan Select or a quote of the day, but don't worry. Tune in next Wednesday for a short but sweet Christmas/holiday episode where there is a delicious Shan Select waiting for you. Thanks for tuning in today, and I look forward to jumping back into our regular programming soon. And in the meantime, please take a moment, if you haven't already, to rate and review Expatriotical. That would truly be an amazing gift to me that won't cost you a dime. Not sure how I can return the favor, But regardless, I will say thank you in advance. I really appreciate it. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll meet you back here again soon. Until then, this is Chandra Alley reminding you to live and travel in the know with Expatriotical.